Hi, I'm Keith and welcome to my art studio, where today I have a rhino. This rhino is not your average rhino. Look at those rubies encrusted into his skull, into his skin. I do this thing where I make jewels. I've kind of taught myself over the years how to do it, and I think it looks really cool. He's sort of a battle rhino. If you know what a battle rhino is, it's kind of a fantasy thing I made up. If you follow the page, you know I do tutorials and demonstrations. And I'm going to show you how I did this in a second. But before that, if you don't know about my page, please subscribe and please leave me some comments on what you think about those little jewels. I think it's kind of cool and kind of awesome. So thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. And please check this out. Now, I've done rhinos in the past. If you follow the page, you've probably seen several of them. It's kind of a battle rhino motif that I kind of invented. Battle rhinos are not new. You've probably seen it on 300. It's kind of a neat image. My battle rhino I'm doing on this brown paper. I just bought some at the art store just recently. It's kind of new for me. I'm not really comfortable with it, so I'm just experimenting. Right there I'm trying to do some scales, some interesting texture. But I ended up going back with what I know, which is cross-hatching. I've done cross-hatching a lot over the years, and I know what I'm doing with it. So I kind of skipped the scales and went with something I knew. But that's not bad because, you know, I don't exactly know what I'm doing on this brown paper, and there's a lot of space to fill on this rhino's head. And you know, the white looks cool. Right now, you see I have a blue pencil in my hand. I'm backfilling my shadows, which helps fill in the form and the shape of the image. Because I didn't want it to be strictly just brown. So I want to have some color in this. So I do tend to use blue to backfill my shadows. And I felt comfortable with this too. I went back to something I knew. And once again, you can see I'm dipping into my black India ink right here out of the bottle with a brush. And I'm putting on some markings. Same markings I used in my last battle rhino. You know, I needed to be comfortable with this to a certain extent because I was trying something new, but I wanted to also not be so far out that I didn't know what I was doing. So I do like that image of the way the black surrounds his eye. Kind of a neat little cool look. And later on, I try some more experimenting. You'll see it. I put some jewels on his face or on his head. And it's something I've also worked on over the years, how to do those. And I didn't know how that would work on this because this is not board, this is paper. And I also got some board, and I did a dragon earlier. And I like the board. The paper is a little absorbent, let's put it that way. And once you start inking and getting the paper wet, it's hard to draw on top of it and get a smooth image. But I tried. Right now, I'm dipping into my white acrylic airbrush paint. You can see that little bottle in my hand. I use that for my top or my brightest highlights. I'm used to this technique as well. I'm not going too far out of my comfort zone. Now I'm putting in some ink wash because I did want some more contours. I wanted this thing to look 3D, and I knew that the white would do that, but adding a little bit of ink wash also helped to give it a 3D look. And you can see right there, it really did kind of enhance it a bit. Then, once again, I dip into I made up some blue paint, and I go in and I backfilled right here. I'm backfilling that dark with some blue watered down acrylic paint because I wanted my darks to have some blue in it again. So I'm using blue pencil. I used ink wash, and now I'm using blue paint. And I like it. It's a mixed media artwork, and it should have lots of different things in it. You know, that's my intention. I love the mixed media stuff. And right now, I think I'm doing some painting here. I'm adding some more. Here goes. Here's the jewels. The jewels. This is something I've done before, and I'm not particularly happy with the paper. The canvas works better. The board looks better, but I was going to try it, and overall it came out okay. I give it 3 out of 5 stars on how this worked, and it's just because of the kind of paper I used. So I start off with kind of a neutral red, and I have to do some certain things to this to make it work. I have to darken down the top. It's kind of the way I do eyeballs. You have to darken the top. You have to, put in your highlights towards the bottom and your super eye shine towards the top. And once you can see I put my my lower highlight in there. You have to blend that out. That's the hard part, is blending that out on paper. After a while, the paper gets kind of gnarly, and it doesn't want to blend anymore. So on this other one, I tried strictly using pencil. I didn't use paint. And I thought, well, let's try it that way. And it worked okay. I did red with colored pencil. I went in with a little bit of, I think it was just regular pencil. Now I'm adding a little bit of white and I'm blending it out. You know, 'cause that bottom part has to be blended out. And that's the hardest part to do. Then I add my shine right there. It's kind of like an eyeball eye shine. Once the eye shine's put on, it pretty much sets itself. Now, we're getting close to the end of the video here. Stick with us, please. What I want to ask you to like and subscribe, and please leave some comments, especially on how that jewel turned out. If you like that jewel, let me know. Right now, I'm giving my little Rhino a beard and some hair. Not a lot, just enough to say that he has a little bit of beard and a little bit of hair. You know, this guy has to be cool, and every cool dude has a little chin hair going on. Now I'm adding a little bit more blues. No, I'm taking my little marker pen. I'm actually adding some more cross hatching. Talk about multimedia. I am doing some more cross hatching with my black brush pen. And I think that really set this thing off. I mean, overall, I give this thing, you know, a pretty good rating. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, it was an experiment. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. And overall, I think it came out pretty darn good. So if you could like and subscribe and, you know, show this to your friends, you know, and try this out, and leave me some comments, I would really appreciate it. This was fun. I'm signing my name right there. And this is the final image right here. I do appreciate you coming, and thanks for being part of my page.